Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they go play action with May. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now a run. Here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Ravens strike first and 3's in. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won in 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll throw with May. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Douglas. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the shotgun, May with it. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Throwing is Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens 1st down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 42.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! Get on!
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, middle. Sit hard.
Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, sit hard. Sit hard. Hey, sit hard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll try to run this one in. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Throwing here is May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Here's May. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now the ball's goes out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. To throw, it's May. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Right, here we go, throw. Ready, what's that?
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the air, May. Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And trouble trying the middle here. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. From 13 yards out. And the Patriots go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Keandre Lambert-Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll get this to Bell. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Pass on a crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They're on the stop with Leo Chanel.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They get this out left. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Now, and it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Bell. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
From the gun on third down is May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
A gain of 12. First down, Patriots.
They'll throw with May. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, May with it. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Patriots 14.
Following the touchdown, Gfssl back out to send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And Jackson throwing once more. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That is caught. It's Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they go play action with May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he wisely will throw that one away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. May looking to run. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Loose inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's Jackson to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
And this one is right through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Patriot first down.
Throwing here is May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Williams brings it in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's May. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's another Patriots first down.
Back to throw again. He's got room to roam. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Second and a couple. And now they'll shift things around.
At the 14-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To the air, May. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And they can't bring him down. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Keandre Lambert-Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
Hey, middle.
They'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's May. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
A gain of 16 yards.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. May looking to run. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's May. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And a Patriot first down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Crazy.
2nd and 3. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Patriots have it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They're going to throw. May. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Patriots! Kyle Williams from 19 yards away. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Real quick. It's not.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
The Patriots 38-yard line.
Jackson to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They need two. Here's third down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a two-point conversion up. And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
This is first and 10. Back to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's first and 10. This is caught by Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's another Patriots.
He'll look to throw. May looking to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll come up first and 10 here.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He's back to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
And the Patriots.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's two-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the two-point conversion.
The Patriots will line up for a two-point conversion.
May going to try to throw for it. He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no time.